So Broughton Road Community Centre it's at the edge of Skipton. It has the largest Asian community in Skipton and in North Yorkshire, I think. So there is an assumption that most of the Asians live in that part of town.
And you're a trustee at Broughton Road Community
Yes,
Centre?
I'm a trustee at the community centre. There weren't a lot of activities run for the community. It felt very unreachable for the community. And then it was a local councillor who got in touch, and since then we've tried to do activities that are for the community.
We've been at North Yorkshire Sport, we've been speaking to you for a little while about Broughton Road and the community. Who were involved in the conversation and the discussions initially?
So we got support from stronger communities. And when I had that feedback and catch up with stronger communities, they took it forward. Marion took it forward and said, well, there is obviously an issue here. Would you like me to get some people around the table and see if we can address this issue and see if there is a real problem? So that was yourself, people from Craven District Council, local police officers, coaches from the cricket club, a couple of other people, and it was just an honest conversation. That's what she started. So can we have an honest conversation without anyone feeling they're under attack and stuff, and just listen? And that was the start of, yes, there is an issue, and yes, there are elements of that microaggression that someone, once you start noticing it, you can pick it up.
It felt a very honest conversation. What are those barriers? What are the things that you've uncovered, I guess, that are stopping people taking part and being more active?
Someone from a sports club saying it was 2 decades ago, there'd been an issue with the Asian community and the sport they were taking part in the club, and he was honest and he said he'd witnessed outright racist language and behaviour, and yes, now it wasn't as obvious, but obviously there were issues there, and it was like, so how do we move forward from that? And it was working with the clubs in that they listened. It was like, okay, how can we be better? And that's all we require, is like, so what's the little things we can do to change that?
There are lots of sports clubs that would say, of course, we are open and friendly and welcoming and anyone can come. But is that enough? Do you think that clubs will need to work harder in order to make sure that people really see and value how open and inclusive they are?
I think the clubs have to do a bit more. You can turn up and feel unwelcome just by one person, but that will mean how you feel about the club. So there's more you can do, and actually going into a community to build that relationship, I think it's really important. It's not just saying you're open and anyone can join. You have to meet them halfway, and sometimes you have to go a bit further. It's like, how can we get these children, these families to access these sports? And it's like, how about we bring the sports and the coaches to the community, and it's for the kids to get to know the coaches. So once you've built a relationship with the coach, it's like that'll be a little easier for them to say, this is where you can go for the weekly sessions. And trust is the most important thing. You have to build a relationship of trust.
Lots of sports clubs will say they're not racist, and I would absolutely agree with that, but are enough anti-racist? You know, do enough people challenge things they see and that they don't like, and allyship is a big part of that. Do you think that allyship is an area where sports clubs could work harder, could be better to understand what it's like for people different to them, I guess?
Yeah, it's been really important to have that support from people in the clubs and in authority to be able to say, yes, this does happen. If anyone, regardless whether it's their skin, gender, if they're saying they feel unwelcome, don't take it as a criticism, take it as a challenge to, well, what can we do better? That can be a slow change, that can be just a change in perception from stronger communities, from the sports development, from North Yorkshire Sport. It's really important to get support from those in authority.
That is a perfect way to end it. So thank you so much, thank you ever so much. And you know, the work that you're doing, the conversation you're having, the way you are having the conversation with the sports clubs, I think is massively, massively important.